this one. So we're looking at the first number here, which is number 1, and we're writing this down. Now, remember that when we're doing these problems, we're always looking at it. We have to always think PEMDAS, because no matter what math you're doing, you still have to do math in the right order. Otherwise, you're going to mess up your work. So the first thing that I'm going to do here is I'm going to multiply through. So I'm going to get 7x plus 56, right? So 7 times x, 7x, 7 times 8, positive 56. Now I'm going to decide, since I have variables and numbers on both sides, I need to just pick a side that I want to have the variables on. And it doesn't really matter which side you do. There is no right or wrong here in terms of one's a good way, one's a bad way. So I'm going to choose to get rid of this term right here by adding 3x to it. And when I do this, these cancel. I get negative 14 equals 10x plus 56. Okay. Now I'm down to a standard two-step equation, right? So I've got a number on this side, and I've got a variable and a number on this side. That means my number over here is out of place and needs to go away. I get rid of a positive 56 by subtracting 56. Again, I have to do the same thing to both sides. So when I put this together, I get negative 70 equals 10x, right? When I divide both sides by 10, I get x equals negative 7. Make sense? Questions? Okay, any questions on that one? Makes sense? It's not a big step from where we were, and that's kind of the point. It is a p, yes. This is negative p. I think negative p must be the ones that you step in when your dog doesn't go outside in time. I think that would be the negative p. I'm not really sure what positive p looks like, and I probably don't want to find out, but I'm pretty sure that negative p is the stuff you step in. So I would be pretty negative. Just saying. All right. So as I look at this problem, I see that I don't need to do anything with the left-hand side for now. So I'm just going to go ahead and write it down on the next step so I don't forget it. Then I have negative 3 times negative 5. Two negatives make a positive, 15. Negative 3 times 2p, a positive and a negative make a negative. So I get negative 6p. Now I'm going to decide which side I want the variable on. So I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this variable over here, just to do something different from the last time. These cancel out. So I have only 15 left over here. And then negative p plus 6p is going to give me a positive 5p, right? Because 6 minus 1 is going to give me 5. This number is out of place now because it should be on the other side. To get rid of it, I'm going to subtract it. When I subtract it, whoa, what happened there? My brain tried to draw a completely different symbol. And I got negative 5 over here. And I'm going to divide both sides by 5. And I'll get p equals negative 1. What do you think? Audrey, you're looking way too happy. Are you talking to Are you talking to someone online? You bad girl. Stop looking happy. I don't remember. That's why you went in there. Okay. Question on that one? Yeah, Leela.
You're going a little bit too fast.
Thank you for telling me. I appreciate that. Do you want me to go over this one again now that it's written? Just slow it down. All right. I appreciate you telling me that, darling. You know, it never bothers me when somebody tells me that. All right. Let's do another one. Let's do number 3. And I promise I will slow it down quite a bit. So I'll give you a minute or so to, yeah, this is going to be on my YouTube channel. I'm recording it, so I will upload it. All right. Ready? Okay. So as I look at these two, this side has parentheses. So I need to start here. So -6 times 8b, well, 6 times 8 is 48. It's a -48b. And then -6 times 4, negative times a positive is a -24. Then I'm going to bring this down over here. Now what should we do? What shall we do now? Anyone have an idea of what they'd like us to try to do now? Don't all speak at once. All right, what, you want to add that? Okay, let's add that one. So somebody said, let's get rid of this term first. So let's do that one first. These two cross out, right? And I get -24 equals -41b minus 24. Now what should I do? So I want to get rid of the -24. Now you're going to see something interesting happen here. What do we know the answer for B has to be? What does B have to be? Correct, Sergio. Think about it, guys. What does it got to be? I've got 0 equals, we got 0 equals -41b. Will it matter if I divide by -41 here? Will it change the value over here? Still going to be 0, right? So 0 equals B. And now I saw that coming from the beginning, because as soon as I saw that I had a negative 24 on both sides, I knew those two were going to eliminate each other, and that I'd end up with the answer being B equals 0. Questions at this point? Okay, I will do one more for you. Let's take a look at number 9. It looks pretty evil. Now, I'll let you get that copied down for those of you that are taking notes feverishly, for which I am thankful. You know, the nice thing about taking your notes right now is you can play this video back, and then you can learn it more deeply because you're not so focused on writing stuff down. So it's a good thing to have it. So right off the bat, I can see that I'm not going to do anything with the right-hand side to start with. And I'm going to have to work with my distributive property again. Now, this little 4x in front, it's just going to come down here and wait for this mess to clean up. And once this mess is cleaned up, then it'll join in right behind that 4x. So negative 7 times 5 is going to be a negative 35. And of course, we put the x on there. And then negative 7 times 1 is going to be negative 7. Okay. Now, when you look at this, I can see that these are like terms. So it's going to be in my best interest to go ahead and combine those two terms right now. And when I do that, I'm going to have negative 31x minus 7 equals 2x plus 26. Now at this point, I'm going to decide which variable I'm going to move. I don't like having really big negative variables, so I'm going to get rid of this one so that I end up with a positive variable over here. Okay, so these two go bye-bye. I get negative 7 equals 33x plus 26. So you can see how our math simplifies very quickly, actually. And we get to a type of algebraic equation that we've done a lot of. So now we're back at a standard two-step equation where I'm going to have to eliminate this 26 first because it's out of place. It should not be on the side with the variable. All the numbers should be on the left-hand side right now in this equation. So to get rid of a positive 26, I'm going to subtract 26. When I add these two together, I get negative 33 equals 33x. And I think it's pretty easy to see what the answer is going to be. I'm going to divide both sides by 33. And I'll get x equals negative 1. Questions on that one? We good on these? Do they seem like we can do these, guys? Leela says yes. I'm pretty sure Sergio's got it because he was giving me good answers before. So I'm going to assume that if you're not saying anything, that you're good. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to stop the recording.